welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Today we are performing in front of a live studio audience. All right. Okay, so you know, the circumstances are what they are. We have a lot of kids living in the blip. So we are going to make a video today demonstrating how to use the studio for our, basic lighting setups. So the first thing we're going to learn about is this tripod right here, okay? This is our tripod. You guys will be using this tripod. Just so you know, there's a little rubber feet on the bottom. The rubber feet should be out, not like the little spiky thing. Sometimes people leave the spiky thing. This is when you guys are working in the dirt, okay? But we're indoors, so we just need to, kind of all the way out. If you notice on the tripod, there's a little nameplate right here. This goes forward, okay? This goes to the front. And the reason you want to do that is because if you put your tripod like this, you could use it like this, but you're going to end up having this leg underneath your feet right here. And if you move, then you can trip, you can hurt yourself, or worse than that, you can trip, drop my camera, and break my camera, which is worse than you hurting yourself. I'm just kidding. So yeah, we want this going this way. And then we have our camera. I have a camera that I will check out to you guys to use in the studio. It is a EOS-1V. It should be up there. It's a film camera, top of the line film camera from Canon. You won't have to worry about f-stops or anything like that. We just set it on automatic. And all you worry about is the lighting. It'll focus for you. It'll set everything for you. You're going to get good pictures. Okay? You just have to worry about making sure the lighting is okay. So whenever you have a camera, the way you attach it to the tripod is you have to attach it on one of this little octagon shaped little thing right here. So without this, the tripod is useless. So make sure you don't lose this. All right, you can either put it back on here. Usually it stays on the camera, and then the camera just kind of is circulated, through everybody, right? There's a little light, little thing right here that says lens. You guys see that?
Yeah.
See that? Mm-hmm. This points towards the lens. So I'm going to do it on my digital camera just so you guys can see what the images look like right away. So we just place this on here. There's a tripod mount on the camera. Most cameras have a tripod mount. You just tighten it on here. And like I said, this will be already on there for you, but sometimes it comes loose. So you just want to make sure it's nice and tight. All right? Pretty tight. And then since the nameplate is this way, this just sits on here like this, and then you turn it, and then it locks into place. And now the camera is safe, right? It's not gonna fall off. I can literally tilt it over, it won't fall off. Okay, don't try that at home, kids. Okay, now if I want to move the camera, I use the mechanisms of the tripod. I don't try to move the camera like this, because then it's gonna come loose. It's going to fall off, broken camera, teacher's mad, student crying. We don't want any of that. Okay? So if I want to raise it up, there's a little knob right here. And you got this lever that goes up, down. Right? You tighten it up. And then this one is like to pan. And these are my favorite right here. Now you got this one and this one. This one goes, you got front, back, and side to side. Then I let the Alpine play, right? So usually we're shooting vertical, so we're going to turn it this way, angle it down this way, and then we're going to turn this around towards our subject. Okay? Questions so far? Any questions? If you guys got questions, put them down in the comments below. Who's going to be our volunteer? All right. We'll tag your YouTube channel down at the bottom. All right. Sit right there. So, I'm gonna point this up real quick. I always point the light up. Now we have a curtain right here, so this curtain will close and it'll give you some privacy. So it's just be a couple of people back here. You don't want to have a big crowd because you don't want your model to feel uncomfortable. Okay? You want your model to be relaxed. And the quality, something that makes a good photographer is the ability to get their models to relax and be themselves, right? That's the hard part, right? you don't want, you gotta kind of want to talk to them, get them to relax. I always, try to have a conversation, just talk about whatever, and then people just kind of let their kind of guard down a little bit and they're not so stiff. Okay? Remember, you can bring in a model from wherever you want. It could be from another class, but just make sure you get it cleared with their teacher first so that we're not harboring any students, right? We want to make sure we're clearing it with the teacher first. I can verify that they're going to be here, but I'm not going to call a teacher and ask them for permission. That you got to work that on your own. If the teacher says no, well, the teacher says no. I will be staying after school, hopefully, starting in February, at least twice a week. So you guys will also be able to sign up for the studio after school. All right? So here's our backlights. I'm just going to turn on a couple of backlights to kind of illuminate the background. And this will give me a gray background. All right? I'm going to take my key light. This is my key light. And again, where do we put it for classic lighting?
Right next to the camera.
Right next to the camera. So you got to kind of like squeeze it in here so it kind of fits in there. And you can do this two ways. You can do it direct. Don't look at the camera. Look right here. This is direct light. It's pretty harsh. Okay? Not too bad because it's kind of far away, but that'll work. You can also bounce the light. So we have our state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line reflector, right? We have our reflector right here. And so we can use this to bounce the light. So we will lower this a little bit. And then I can, like, you guys look at him right there. Look at him. Watch. Hey, let's turn off those lights so you guys can see better. Right? Mira nomás. Right? So we're going to take a picture of him right here. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is I'm just going to set up my composition. So I want the camera to be like as tall as him or a little bit taller and then kind of looking down towards him. You know how people do the selfies where they go like this? They put the camera way up here. Why do they do that?
To look skinny.
To look skinnier. It looks more flattering. We don't say look skinny. It looks more flattering. Yeah? So we want the camera to kind of be looking down upon the subject a little bit. So we're going to raise this up. And then I'm going to look through here. There we go. I'm going to move a little bit closer. And you also want your subject, this is kind of cool sometimes. He's pretty relaxed. But, most of the time you kind of want them to turn a little bit this way. So you just keep the same position, kind of like the way, there you go. Right? Kind of looking at an angle. So it's not like a mug shot, right? We don't want a mug shot. Like looking straight ahead like. You also notice that I'm separating him from the background. You should do this whenever you take photos of anybody. Don't put them right up against the wall because then again it looks like a mugshot. It also helps to blur the background a little bit so that the background doesn't. It's just the background. It's not the highlight. The highlight is the person. So I am going to look through here, and as if you guys look through here, you guys can come up and take a look. So go ahead, you guys can come up and take a look. You'll see that there's not a lot of space above his head. Okay? So why don't you guys come up and take a look? Come on. So you guys see this? There's not. And the reason I want to point this out is because kids will take pictures and then there's like this. It'll look like this. That's not what you want. Okay? You don't want a giant space above them. You want the space above them to be minimal. They're the highlight, not the background. So we're going to come right here. He looks right into the lens. Look right into the lens. And then we take a photo. Right? And there's your gray background. Now if I turn these off, right? Oh, also I forgot to do this. Hold on. Gotta bounce the light. Right? Then you get a black background. So if the lights are turned off in the background, you'll get a black background. If they're on, you'll get a gray background. You could also just do one You can do one, gives you like just light from one side. You can do one from this side. You can also position the light right behind him. I have some other light stands that I bring that are a little bit smaller, but you can position the light right behind him, then it kind of looks like a glow, and then, but you got to make sure that his body hides the light fixture. That makes sense? So now I'm going to do Rembrandt. So with Rembrandt lighting, I'm going to leave this light on. I take my light. Remember the diagram says you're going to move it over here. Right here. We're going to move it here. I'm going to back it up a little bit because I want a harder shadow. So you're going to look towards the camera. And so what I'm going to do, raise it up a little bit. And notice that I have the lighting goes kind of, it's spinning them down the middle, but then you see this other light on the eye over here. Can you guys see that, Soleil? Can you see that? So again, you want people to look directly into the lens, because if they look directly into the lens, they look directly at the viewer. We're gonna go here. He's got hair in the front, so it makes like a cool shadow right there. There we go. And then now you're going to turn just a little bit forward like you were earlier. Right? So you can start to kind of play around a little bit with poses. And then I'm just going to go on this side now because his hair is kind of falling on that side. So we'll come on this side. You can go on either side, by the way. Alright? And we're going to do split. So this is split lighting. Look direct right there. Split lighting. Alright? You can go ahead and cross your arms in the front. Cross your arms in the front. There you go. That looks good, man. So I'm trying to talk to you guys, but I should actually be talking to him. I'm just trying to like encourage him that what he's doing looks good. Oh, that looks strong. That looks good. That's solid. I like that. Right? Just to kind of get him to relax a little bit. Sometimes I start talking to people about whatever. Hey, so what'd you do this weekend? What do you know? You got anything going on? You know, how was your match yesterday or whatever? Just to get them to talk about whatever, so that they can kind of relax. All right? Because you don't want people to be stiff. So, yeah, there you go. Look right into the lens. Lower your chin just a little bit. There we go, right there. Right? So that's split lighting right down the middle. Okay? So those are your 3 basic poses. All right? After you do those 3 basic poses, well, then now you're free to do kind of experiment, play around. You can use, you know, we have this box right here. You guys can bring it in. You can bring out the tarp or the backdrop on the floor to extend it out, so you can have people sit on the floor. You can have them sit on a chair, and then you can kind of play around with poses. At this point, you know, I think it's important for you guys to think about doing a little bit of research. He brings in props. I don't know if you guys know Natalie Hernandez? No. Natalie Hernandez made these like, you know, real beautiful pictures of Elizabeth Parra. This is all done in the studio. She made a backdrop out of like sheets from a book. She brought in flowers. She spent time like fixing their hair. So we don't have a lot of time to do stuff like that sometimes, but if you can bring in props. One year, Ulysses brought in all the kids from the band. They came in with their uniforms, they brought their trumpets, and he just did all their studio portraits of them. So, you know, you can kind of think about it, but don't overthink it, okay? So, you know, let's say you want to bring in your friend, and you know you like an outfit that they wear. Maybe you can suggest an outfit. Maybe you like the way that they wear their hair, or maybe you want to get creative somehow. Kids have also used the studio to kind of do images that are kind of more, I would say, kind of like emotional or impactful like that. You know, they kind of, you know, things that, you know, they make images that are about being angry or about being upset or about being, sad, all these different things, because you have all this dramatic lighting. So you can play with poses that do stuff like that. Matter of fact, the image that I won first place with when I was in high school was a picture that I took of my friend, and she just had her like fingers in her hair. You couldn't even see her face. and it was just like, about kind of just being stressed out or kind of, dealing with something. But, you guys got to think about it and come up with a game plan, all right? Right now, what I am going to show you guys how to do is some creative stuff in the dark, in the studio. So we're going to make some triple exposures, and we're going to do some light painting, okay? Does anybody else want to volunteer? All right, come on. You gonna stand right here like this? Yeah. And so we'll do one with the lights on in the back, and then we'll do one totally dark. So what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna turn on. I'm gonna shoot the camera on bulb, and then when the lights are on, you stop. So you're gonna start right here, and then I'm gonna flash you with the light, and then you move. You're gonna go here.
Yeah.
I'll flash you with the light, and then you go here, and I'll flash you with the light. But only move when the light is off.
Okay.
Okay? So what we're going to do for this is we're going to set our camera to bulb, which is the B setting on the camera. And then we're going to go to manual focus. We have to manually focus these. And we're going to go to F13. So the f-stop should be 13 or 16, and it should be on bulb. So what I'm going to do is with the lights on. So with bulb, if I hold down the trigger, see I'm holding it down? The shutter stays open. So the whole time I do this, I'm holding the button down. When I'm done, I let it go. You're gonna see it's all overexposed, right? So we're gonna come right here, and then I'm gonna use this light like a flash. All right, so you ready? So hold it right there. All right, one more time. All right, so if you guys look over here, you guys want to come take a look? You can see that his arms are on these different positions. Let's try one more time.
Want it off?
Yeah, huh? You ready? All right, hold on. So you guys come check this out. You guys can see that you guys can get close, sin miedo. You guys are over there. Let's go, come take a look. All right, so you could also do something like this. So we'll try another one. So you're just gonna stand right here. I'll flash you with light, and then you just kind of look this way. I'll flash you with light, and then you look this way. And I'll flash you with light, okay? Now in the middle. You guys come over here, take a look. You can see that he's kind of looking in all these different directions, right? Come here. You're going to help me out.
Me?
Yes. Just stand right here. Just stand right here, okay? You're going to stand right here. All right. Where are you at, Lizzie?
Where?
Come here.
Where can you help it?
You got a phone? They got a flashlight? All right. So we're going to do some light painting. So what you're going to do is when I turn, no, you stay here, you're going to kind of stay behind her like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of like go around her, like just kind of make patterns around her like this, right? You're going to go around twice, and then you're going to hand her the phone, and then you're going to get this thing and just kind of light yourself up like that. Okay? You got that? So keep it covered until I start. You got to kind of duck so you're hiding a little bit. All right. Ready? No, hold on. Okay, ready? All right, go. Go all around her. So there you go. Keep going. No. You're covering the light.
Oh wait, just make a line
Just
around.
keep going around. There you go. Keep going. Make like zigzags around her. There you go. Keep going. Now give it to her. You move. Now light yourself up.
Oh, like
Right
this?
There you go.
Done? Alright.
All right. There we go. Check it out. Oh, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's light painting, right? You can also do it yourself, right? So watch. Since you guys are scared, I'm gonna have you guys take a picture of me. All right. All right, you turn on the light, and then all you gotta do is you're gonna hold the button down right here, okay?
And then just when you say lift it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. All right, let it go. See, it's better when you do it with someone else because you don't have to move. So I was just trying because
Well, I'm gonna be behind you doing it.
yeah, or here you guys do it. You do it behind him.
Alright, bet.
All right, we're gonna do this, okay? So you're gonna stand right there, but go slow around him, all right? And then just reach over him and kind of light up his face at the end, all right?
Do a Jonathan pose.
Look up, Rocco, look up. Look up to the sky. Is that Jesus? You're gonna light him up a little bit in the front. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys can do some light painting, right? So there's some stuff you guys can do to experiment with in the darkroom. But the most important part you're gonna do, and I think the best pictures are when you do like the non-traditional, but you're like, standing up against the wall, sitting on the stool, sitting on the chair, and kind of experimenting. So you guys should do a little bit of research, kind of get some inspiration, go on Pinterest, get some ideas, and then think about what they're gonna wear, what their hair is gonna look like. Are they gonna have any props? And if they're not, that's okay too. You want to just do it. But the kids who make the best work are the ones that actually take time. Becca Dominguez and Andrea Raso, they used to do all kinds of bring all kinds of props in here. And they used to make them I think when Becca made a picture where it looked like somebody had torn angel wings off of somebody. So that they did like movie blood and stuff like that. So you guys can, take it as far as you want to take it. And if you do need more time after school, then you can come after school starting in February. So you can also partner up with somebody. So let's say we want to partner up and we can share a roll of film and we just want to do the first poses. So we'll just do like the ones on the stool. So you take 3 different versions of me. But again, for each picture, you should take 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. Because you don't know if they're going to blink. You don't know if they're going to move. All right, so you take 3 or 4 shots, so we can split a roll, and then I take pictures of you, you take pictures of me, and then we do half of the assignment, get a feel for it, and then we sign up again, and then we do all the creative stuff, like the playing with the light, the triple exposures, and then the breaking the rules, right? That makes sense? You can also do a silhouette, so stand right there, do one of your Dragon Ball Z, what are you saying? Poses?
I'm good.
What are you gonna do?
No, it was just.
You're not down.
So if you do this,
Not you.
right? If you do this, then you can make a silhouette. So
Do the leaning one.
do something where I can see your arms. Go like this. Or
Do a
something.
Zeus pose. Like this, like this.
Chosuke. That was good.
So you can make a silhouette, right? So you can, basically backlight. You can backlight somebody. You can do a silhouette. You can do a lot of stuff. But so a hair light, basically is just this. So if I position the light behind her, but facing towards her, so you're gonna go look towards the front. And I turn this out. I just want you guys to see what it looks like. It'll create a glow around them. You guys see the glow? You guys see that? So you want her to hide, you want the fixture to hide her, but you can see that there's a glow around her. Then you can light her up from the front. And so you get this kind of light from behind, you got the light from the front, and you can kind of experiment with lighting like that. All right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
No.
Thank you. No questions? You sure?
Yeah.
All right, so the sign-ups are up on the board. You guys can sign up, and you guys all got to you try to get in before the first 5 weeks. By the 10-week grade, you got to turn in all your studio pictures. All right, we're going to be doing another project simultaneously with this. We're going to talk about that next week, but make sure you guys are signing up. Also, those of you that are at home, you guys can just, get an introduction to this, start doing your research, figure out who you're going to photograph. Oh, you know what? This is a good opportunity too, right? Because maybe you got that girl in your class or that boy who you've been trying to talk to for like 3 months, right? And then you're like, oh man, I've been trying to talk to this girl, right? I've been trying to talk to this boy. And now it's going to be like, hey, do a little bit of small talk. Oh, I got photo class. Oh, you know what? You should be my model, right? It's a perfect way for you to start to get to know somebody, right? Oh, no, that's cool. The other day you were wearing this outfit, it looked really cool. Maybe you could wear it. Come by. Let me take a picture, right? So, I'm trying to help you guys out. I'm trying to help you out. But go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe, put the little bell on, so you get notifications. We don't put out a lot of content, but when we do, it's good, right? So go ahead and give us a like and a follow, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in class. Thank you guys. We miss you guys.